Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. Today we got a greasy old gut bomb from our old pal Holy Chit from Mao's Poundland, the Big Rock Candy Mountain. That's right. Have a close look, what? Notice anything weird about this Milwaukee M18 red lithium XC battery? It's a knockoff. Here's the real deal. I had thought when I ordered this that this was maybe done on a third shift and scooted out the back door of the Milwaukee factory, but no, this is completely different casement, different everything. I don't even know if it fits. We're gonna have a look, see if buying cheap batteries is worth it. The legitimate battery weighs full. Son of a diddly. Weighs 700 grams roughly, and this one 600 grams. So right off the hop there is a difference. This one should cost you more because it's more lightweight. What for saving your wrist for action later on in the evening. Now what's the difference? Here's the real one. The plastic is way nicer. Polycarbonate with the TPS this butylene overmolding. Just generally feels better in the hand. Even these things are a nicer plastic and nicer finish than these things. And oh yeah, oh, stuck. Ugh, crusty. And if you just had a furtive glance at this, you might consider that it's legit, but once you get it in your hand, you can feel it's just that craptacular ABS plastic. The tabs no worky, like right out of the box. This is different. You see how slow that goes? It's weird that they didn't get the timing right on that. Just a membrane switch, of course. Yeah, we got the crap everywhere. Chinese export mark, the mark of the beast. Not surprisingly, it doesn't have the Torx fasteners, but surprisingly, it doesn't have the tri-lobe anti-tamper weird, you know, the ones you get in a Happy Meal. Those kind of screws look like a triangle. These are actually Phillips #1s. And that's how, oh wow, those look like decent batteries. Wonder why that wasn't shooting. Okay, well that doesn't look teabag. No dearth of solder. Oh, nasty. Nasty. What are they doing? Right here next to the IC, the brains of the operation. That's the Texas Instruments. Must be a 430. Yeah, 430. Oh, nice. Look at that. You see that guy? Peened right over. They didn't cut the pigtail off the through-hole component. Yikes. That could be bad news. No conformal coating on them. Well, actually no, that's not true. Some conformal coating over in this section of the board. Overall, that's not too horrific. Just the implementation there, somebody forgot to cut that off or neglected to. And we'll have a look, see, at the tactile switch. Kind of a mushy snap, but how often do you actuate that anyway? You know, so far nothing shocking. I don't see any balls of cancer or anything in there. One thing though, when I opened the bag, I gotta find out what that stank is. It's anytime you get something from that part of the world, the stank just about are they exporting cancer? Is that what they're trying to control the population through that smell? I don't understand. I have to get that smell tested to see what it actually is, because it's fucking horrific and ubiquitous. Like some sort of solvent and prune candy and durian. It just, and the funny thing is you talk to anybody about that smell and they're all like, yeah, I fucking hate that smell. What is it? Okay, so here's the dirty little secret. These look like Sony cells. These are really good cells. They'll output 20 amps. Yeah. These VT C4s. They'll output actually 30 amps, but they're rated for 20 amps. I think to 2100 milliamp hours. But the thing is, Sony took them off the market because there was a $300 million, what do they call that, fuck up? Yeah. And so they took these off the market. These either are secondary market or, yeah. No. Look, the devil is in the details. These are used. These came out of something else, and they were spot welded tabs and removed and then re-spot welded. Yeah, it just could be some guy in his mother's basement there in Shenzhen trying to eke out a living. Not very squarely done either, so no jig or anything, all just done by hand. In order to be able to tell if we're even getting close to what we pay for, we need to test them. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them under load, side by each of one of these, and then we'll time how long it takes a fully charged battery like this to get to, say, 16 volts cutoff. And we'll do the same with this and see how long it takes to get to 16 volts cutoff. And we can sort of extrapolate, and it doesn't even fit nicely together. There we can see that little wire chewed right to rat shit. Even before I got my dirty dick beaters on her. That there is a factory fuck up. Why, you know, come. Ugh. It's all sprung that you can't get it back. Once it comes apart, you can never get it back together. That so indicative of craptacular tools. When you take the clamshell apart and she won't go back together. Yeah. I ain't holding my breath. Hopefully this doesn't burn the old hacienda down. Oh, looky. Little resistor bank. Oh, come on. What the fuck? Why you no come? Well, crappy leads. What are these? Oh, Unity. Fluke. That's the problem. It doesn't, Unity doesn't make connection with the Fluke meters. I'll just throw that right out. Since my Unity does not work. Remember me? This rat bag abortion? Yeah, that OLED display, that's what hooked me, but son of a diddly. Recall. I probably spent 6 hours trying to get this thing to chooch. Might as well rolled it up and smoked it for all the good it did me. But it still works on the clamp on, so keep it around. But it's one of those things, you know, you buy something and it fucking sucks and it drives you nuts every time you look at it, but you can't bring yourself to throw it away. This is that. 5 ohms, so 2 amps. Nah, I'm gonna have to make something. We got the tool inspector board, so Ixnay on the airing sway.
This machine is very big.
Oh, we got the dummy load here. You can see. Focus you. Oh man. C'est plutôt difficile. Il n'y a pas de vue en français ni rien ici. Alors, tu sais. English is easier. That's the way it goes.
Do you have one?
You want to strip some wire?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good tools you have.
I do. Thank you.
Do you have a lot of tools?
I have lots and lots of tools. Can't you see them?
Yeah, they're all cool. They're all cool I can do. Papa, what's this machine called for you?
That is a miter saw. Can you say miter saw?
Your miter saw.
En français, une scie.
See.
Scie, yes.
I know that.
You do you? Nice banana boots.
Banana boots. Watch this, I can go.
You enjoy your banana boots while you still can. I can't wear banana boots anymore. People make fun of me.
You silly old papa.
Righto, we got our church in at 7:08. Got the batteria fully charged from Milwaukee. the 2 or 3 ohm resistor water heater dropping fast. So at 16 volts, we'll cut it off, measure how much time elapsed. 7:08 was the start. For our edification and viewing pleasure, 14.8 dungarees science. Okay, that's it. I'm calling her. $7:43. 35 minutes from full charge to 16 volt. While we're at it, for scienticiousness, let's check, make sure this hasn't changed. Oh, it's gone up. Must have corroded the connection a little bit. I'm just going to loosen this off, jiggle it around. I think we should change out the water so it's cold and we heat it up to the same temperature. Although, shouldn't really matter, but it should stay on now. No? No, I think it's this one. There we go. Now that one will power off. Oh my! Barking spiders are at it early this spring. Setup. Setup function button. This functional button multiplexes with hold button. When long press, execute setup function. Effective in all gears. In any non-setting mode, press setup button for more than one S to enter setup mode. Wow. You know, it's Unity, I'm talking to you, you can hire native English speakers or whatever language you're making the manual. You can hire people to, they're called technical writers, and that's their job, to make clear and concise instructions. My God, man. Well, I mean, that's blatantly self-evident from the instrucciones. So we go 1 second, and then if we press the min-max, wait, no. The meter will automatically, if we press rel 0 at 1, it'll turn off. There! Ha! Oh fuck, we're way under. Yikes, okay. Stop the test. Review the tape. That just dropped off a cliff. Okay, now, dead reckoning. Let's see here. We started at 7:08. I got it written down here, and finished at 43. So that's 35 minutes. That's on the Milwaukee. Okay, 35 minutes. So we had started at 7 amps, and we went to 5 amps. Dead reckon. It's okay. Look at the setup. It's going to be okay. So that's 12 divided by 2. It's the out there for a second. 64 watt hours. And they're rated at 72 watt hours. So that's pretty fucking good, I think. That ain't teabag. Now this guy, well, this little turdlet polished up nice. I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't have seen it with my own eyes. This one came out at 66.6 watt hours discharge until 16 volts, and I took into account that I overshot. And this one came out at 63 watt hours. This one is twice the price of that one. And this one came out with 5% better. 5%. That's substantial, considering the price. So that means that the batteries that were in there are, 1, good, and 2, not old, because batteries and not really used, even though they were probably new old stock. So yeah, incredible. What the F, yo? However, that's not the whole picture. What we're going to do, of course, Milwaukee's claim to fame is being able to run in the cold. So we're going to run these in the cold. We'll test them out in the cold, see how they fare. Right, we're starting off with the Milwaukee battery fresh out of the deep freeze. You can see the case here, according to the K-type thermocouple, is rising quickly. It was 11 degrees centigrade, and it's on a frozen basil platinum just to keep it at that temperature. We are going to monitor here. As we load it up, we're going to monitor ampacity, current, voltage, and temperature. That will correlate its performance due to chilly weather. As any man will tell you, batteries do perform much worse when it's cold, and we are going to see how much worse. And we're going to compare that. Okay, contact. $17 degrees already, or 17 volts. We're drawing 5 amps. Now there's an interesting effect because these are electrochemical. As the chemical reaction progresses, the temperature comes up. So we should see this stabilize, this voltage stabilize. But we're still, it might even come up. Yeah, it's coming up. So it's warming itself. Okay, it's been about 6 minutes and we can see the temperature of the battery is coming up. It has performed admirably in that it's supplied 6 amperes worth of angry pixies into that circuit, and we never dropped below whatever the voltage was. I'll check it out during the editing. So this battery works in the cold. As I brought it out of the deep freeze, it was 11 degrees below zero. And now it's at +2, and we can see it's chooching right along. It'll work just fine. So now, in comparison, we will get the offshore brand or the knockoff brand and see how it does. Oh my, terrible performance. Terrible. Terrible. Way below what the tool would allow it to work at. Yeah, won't work at all. Guaranteed. Let's stick it in the tool. That is coming up, as you can see. Won't allow it to chooch. So, no pull. Well, that's interesting. This we would have got a full pull out of. Started off a little bit slow, but as the internal heating worked, it started to chooch proper. This one, no es bueno. 14 degrees centigrade here in the shop. Under those conditions, this battery came out on top by 5%. However, in the cold, this one is your only choice. This one's pretty much garbage in the cold. Now you look at these side by each. 80 bucks, 85 bucks, 40 bucks, 5% more jam in there. Pretty tough not to throw a couple of Yankee doubloons over a mile's way to get some of these in the shop. I'll put these into my regular rotation. I still don't trust it. The case isn't as nice, so you're not going to be able, in an industrial environment or an actual work environment, this thing's not going to last, I don't think. You'd have to baby this. But for a home gamer, in a home shop, I think you'd be okay. This one, as you can see, quite a bit beefier. But pixie-wise, you're getting the same amount of bang for half the buck on this one. This blows me away. Blows me away. I never would have thought in a million years that it would. I was surprised it even worked. So I gotta order some DeWalt like this, and we'll test those out. Who knows? It might be potluck. You try this 10 times, you might get one. Who knows? I don't know. This is one battery versus one battery. Okay. Thanks for watching. Keep your dick in a vice.